Hello? It's all right, it's all right. I'm a doctor. Are you hurt? Can you remember what happened to you? Do you know what happened?
I'm fine.
Well, you don't look fine to me. It's all right, take a deep breath. Look at me. Look at me. You're on Castle Street in Leatherbridge. I'm Dr. Woodson. I was just passing.
Please don't call an ambulance.
No, I won't call an ambulance. Have you taken something?
No.
Well, have you been attacked? Are you hurt? Would you like me to call the police instead? It's all right. It's all right. I'm not going to do anything you don't want me to do. Is there anybody else I can call? Anyone nearby? Let's just take this one step at a time. What's your name? Look, I can't just leave you here. My surgery's not far. It's the mill. And if you let me take you, I'm not going to phone anybody you don't want me to. Okay, and I'll even throw in a drink and a biscuit. How does that sound? Okay.
Thought you finished that.
Oh, just doing a bit of last-minute editing.
And how's the section on Leatherbridge coming?
Well, of course, no travel guide would be complete without it.
What are you up to today?
I think I'm going to take in the cultural sites of Leatherbridge. The galleries, the museums, the theatres. Get a feel for the place, you know.
Oh, you should be done in half an hour then.
That long?
If you take it slowly, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll go to Birmingham then.
Oh, keys.
You're going to be at surgery all day?
Pretty much. Why don't you pop in?
Do you think your boss will allow that?
Well, that depends on how you behave.
You feeling any better? I prescribe them to all my patients. You know, anything that you say to me will be in the strictest confidence. Are you sure that there's no one I could phone for you? See, I'd really like to know what's going on in case there was something that I could do. Do you think you fainted and passed out? How old are you? Well, that doesn't really matter. Has anything like this happened before, though?
Yeah.
What, you blacked out?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry.
This is a colleague of mine, Dr. Croft.
Morning. Shock?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's more like she doesn't want to give anything away.
Did she have any physical injuries?
Not that I can see. I mean, it looks like she passed out, but there's no way of knowing. I'd have to examine her.
That's the problem with girls that age, isn't it? Could be anything. Periods, nutrition.
You see, there's something else going on. It's like she's scared. If she'd only talk to me, then maybe I could help.
Do you know anything about her family or about...
No.
That's gonna hurt.
You're right, Nate.
Fine.
Yeah, George, Mr. McFarlane on the phone for you.
Oh, I'll take her in my room. Listen, Sarah, there's a young girl in the staff room. Would you keep an eye on her for me?
Yeah, okay.
Let me know if there's anything I can do.
Will do.
Everything all right? Now, if you want anything, I'm just out here, and help yourself to tea and coffee.
Come in.
How's the arm?
Fine.
Do you want me to have a look at it?
No, it's much better.
Really? Slamming it on the door work then? Be gentle, I promise.
All right.
What?
Nothing.
Who cleaned this?
First aider on the climb.
Right, and why didn't you go to casualty?
Didn't see much point.
Really? Well, it hasn't been cleaned properly, so now it's become infected. What? Don't worry, I'll clean it up.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, sorry about that. Well, you certainly look a lot better. Tea and a few biscuits seems to have done the trick. I was just wondering, for my own peace of mind, really, if you wouldn't mind if I quickly checked you over before you went home.
Home?
Yeah, well, there's no point you staying here if you're all right.
Yeah, okay.
Your stuff will be safe here.
Okay.
Oh. Am I interrupting something?
No. Nick asked me to,
The dressing on my shoulder needed looking at.
Oh, right. Was it because I
Oh, no.
Look, I bought you some chocolate biscuits to make up for it.
well, we'll make a doctor of you yet.
I'm sorry about
No, it's... You weren't interrupting anything.
no, I mean about your arm.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Honestly.
Okay.
You from round here?
No.
I'm not trying to catch you out. I don't have a team from social services hiding in the cupboard. I just want to make sure that you're okay. You know, you don't want to be halfway across a road or coming down a flight of stairs if this happens again. You just open your mouth for me. Been biting your tongue. Okay, I'm just going to check for any swellings, lumps and bumps, that sort of thing. Why don't we start with first names? My name is George.
You don't look like a George.
And what are you expecting, a beard and a beer belly?
I suppose so.
You want to see me at the weekends. You look like an Edeltraut.
That's not even a proper name.
It is, it's German. One of my best mates is called Edeltraut.
It's Cassie.
Well, I was close. How'd you get that scar, Cass?
Had it ages. What are you doing?
I just have to keep a record. You seem okay. We could contact your parent.
No, you promised you wouldn't call anyone.
Okay, not if you don't want me to.
I don't want my mum finding out where I am.
Okay, well, Cassie, is there anybody else that we can call? You know, I just, for your own safety, I don't want you leaving here alone.
My sister, Lucille.
Hi.
Hello, handsome. How are you?
Okay.
Greg will be free in a minute, but in the meantime, you can chat to me. Thank you. It's driving me mad. Sorry.
I was wondering, is Greg here all week?
Why, you got something romantic planned?
Not exactly.
Sorry. Yes, he is, except for when he's at the police station, so.
Okay, I was wondering if...
Look who's here.
Hey, Rico.
I was so overwhelmed with the town centre, I didn't know where to start, so...
Well, I've got a couple of minutes before my next patient. Why didn't come through?
Hello?
Who's that?
It's Sarah.
Where's Cassie?
She's a bit busy at the moment.
Who is this?
I'm the receptionist at the Millhouse Centre.
What's she doing there?
Sorry, who is this, please?
It's her mother. Put her on.
I'm sorry, I can't at the moment. I'm sorry, could you call back later, please?
I want to talk to someone now. I want to know what's going on with my daughter. Hello? Hello?
Hello, George.
You all right, Sarah?
Yes. Yeah.
My sister's coming for me.
Great.
Anything wrong?
Just a couple of missed calls.
Well, Cassie, you can wait in here, and Sarah will come and get you when your sister arrives. It's Lucille, isn't it? What is it?
Those, missed calls.
Yeah.
I, accidentally answered her phone. It was driving me mad.
And?
Well, it turns out that it was her mother.
Sarah, what are you doing answering a patient's phone? What did you tell her?
Well, she was asking me all sorts of questions, and before I knew it, that kind of said that she was here at the mill.
Sarah, she's just told me that she doesn't want to see her mother.
Yes, I know, but I wasn't thinking, and I'm on the phone all day, aren't I?
Right, okay. Well, don't tell Cassie, and we'll have to hope that the sister gets here first.
Still like it?
Oh, yes.
I was wondering if I could make an appointment to see one of the doctors.
What, Greg's saying you need an appointment to see him now, is it?
No, not Greg. In fact, it would be better if Greg was not here. I don't want him to find out, you see.
Oh, right. Well, you could see George on Thursday?
That's fine, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will need you to fill in a temporary resident form before I actually make the appointment, though. Look, I hope you don't mind me asking.
It's nothing, really. I'd rather not worry Greg, that's all. Thanks.
Left this Max.
Thank you. Going so soon?
What?
Well, I was just wondering if you fancied meeting up later.
You're unbelievable.
Thank you.
What are you playing at? One minute you ignore me, next minute you're all over me.
Oh, come on, Nick.
Elizabeth, I'm not interested. Do you understand? I've got the time or the patience for your silly games. You've already made it clear that the only partnership you're interested in is the one in this practice. So let's stop playing around, eh? I've moved on from your playground.
To where? Sarah's?
Are you jealous?
Gosh, let me think about that.
Thank you for sorting out my shoulder. By the way, it's still a bit tender. Unlike you.
Where's my sister? My sister Cassie?
Oh, right. Yeah, she's just in the staff room. I'll go and,
Lucille, what's going on? I've waited over an hour. I got held up. What are you doing here? I'll tell you later.
Yeah, if you can just wait a minute for me.
I was worried about you, Cass. Why didn't you text me before? It's a bit complicated.
Look, I think Dr. Woodson would like to speak to you first. Hello, George. Yeah, Cassie's just leaving with her sister. If you could just wait just 1 minute for me.
What have you told them? Nothing, Lou, honest.
Look, I think it's important if
Lucille? I'm Dr. Woodson. I was just wanting to have a chat with you and Cassie, if I may, about what happened this morning.
Why? What did happen?
Come in, take a seat. Before we discuss what happened earlier, I don't know for sure, but I think your mum might be on her way.
What? It wasn't me.
No, it was our receptionist, Sarah. She picked up Cassie's phone.
Why didn't you tell me?
She was just trying to help.
You had no right to tell her where we were.
No, I know, it was a mistake, and we're sorry.
Come on, Cass, we're leaving.
No, wait.
You can't keep us here.
No, Lucille.
You ain't the police, you know.
No, I know, but I'm concerned about Cassie.
Why? What's going on?
Earlier today, I found Cassie lying unconscious on the side of the road. She'd blacked out for no apparent reason.
Cass?
Now, I don't know how serious this problem is with your mum, but my main concern at the moment is Cassie's welfare. You didn't know about this, did you?
No.
I see.
If Mum comes, she'll make Cassie go back home.
And that's a problem. Your mum did that? Have you spoken to anyone about it?
And what do you think she'd do if we did that?
How long's it been going on?
Since Dad left. She's always been a bit touchy, but I think that tipped her over the edge. You have to understand, there's no talking to her anymore. This is her way of communicating. Doesn't matter, the slightest thing will set her off. She couldn't care less about me and Cassie. That's why we left home.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, I spoke to someone earlier, Sarah,
Oh, yes, that's me.
on my daughter's mobile.
Oh, yes.
Well, is she okay? What's she doing here?
Yeah, she's absolutely fine.
Then why is she here? Why didn't anyone phone me?
We decided our only option was to get a place together. Get away from her completely. I didn't want to leave Cassie, but I needed to find somewhere before she could join me. Just took longer than I thought.
And does your mum know about the blackouts?
Dr. Woodston, she'd kill her if she found out. It'll be another burden as far as she's concerned. You've got to help us. You've no idea what it's like living with someone like that. We're treading on eggshells. You never know when she's going to go into one.
Is that how you got the scar on your head?
Cassie's been reasonably lucky up until now. But we're in real danger, Doctor. You must be able to do something.
Well, I've examined Cassie and there doesn't seem to be any signs of physical abuse.
Like I said, she's been fairly lucky so far. But if I'm not there...
Cassie, is there something that you'd like to say?
It's all right, Cass. We had to tell someone sometime. It'll be worse for her now. Especially if Mum finds out about these blackouts.
Sorry, excuse me. Yes, Sarah. Right. Okay, thank you. Girls, there's something that I have to deal with, so if you wouldn't mind just waiting here for a moment, I won't be long. Mrs. Oakley, I'm Dr. Woodson.
I want to see my daughter. What's wrong with her?
She's fine, but I'm afraid I can't let you see her at the moment.
Why not? Is she injured?
No, it's just, well, some issues have come to light.
Issues? What issues? Is this to do with her fits?
Fits.
She's had 2 in the last few weeks. She's got an appointment with a specialist. Didn't she tell you?
This is nothing to do with your daughter's medical condition. She doesn't want to see you.
What? Why?
Sarah, is Julia's room free?
Yes.
Good. We can talk privately in there.
You shouldn't have told her all that stuff. Why didn't you tell me about these blackouts?
I thought you'd be worried.
Of course I'm worried.
I thought you wouldn't want me living with you if I was sick.
You're my sister, Cassie. Don't you think I feel guilty enough as it is? I was worried when you didn't come back this morning.
It's not necessarily epilepsy. A lot of things may present in this way.
But that's what you think it is.
Well, the seizures you describe are consistent with that of an epileptic fit, but until Cassie's seen the neurologist...
I was frantic when she didn't come home yesterday, but I assumed she'd met up with her sister. It'd be enough of a worry for any parent, but in her condition, I should have thought. Phone the police. Well, let's say it's a good job you found her.
Is there any reason that she may not have wanted to come home?
Teenagers. It's hard to tell anything with Cassie. She doesn't say much.
Had you had an argument?
I don't think so. But she must have planned this. She'd taken some clothes. Could it be the seizures? Might they have affected her thinking? Is that why she won't see me?
It's not the fits, Mrs. Oakley. The girls...
Girls? I knew it. She's with Lucille, isn't she? Of course she'd have something to do with this. This all makes perfect sense now. Well, if Lucille won't see me, that's fine. But I'd like to see Cassie now, please.
Do you not get on with your other daughter?
Let's say we have our differences. I haven't seen her for 6 months. She moved out to live with her boyfriend. The relationship's always been a bit stormy. Can't say we parted on happy terms. I didn't like the idea at all. But she seems to prefer anything other than living at home with Mum.
When you say stormy...
That boy, he's got such a temper on him. He ought to be locked up. He nearly killed them both last year, driving like a maniac. Cassie was in hospital for 6 weeks. Of course, he and Lucille were fine. Walked away without a scratch.
And Cassie had a head injury, which resulted in that scar. It's probably nothing.
After the accident, I tried to keep a rein on the girls. The boy has a history of delinquency and violence. Cassie was no trouble as usual, but Lucille just went completely the other way. Since she moved in with him, we haven't even spoken.
George, the girls are going out the fire exit.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, Cassie. She's fitting. Sarah, call an ambulance.
Is she going to be all right?
Let's just wait till we get to the hospital. Why did you let Lucille tell me it was your mum who gave her the bruises?
We wanted a flat together. Lucille said it'd be the best story.
Right, and you always do what your sister tells you, do you? Your mum could have been in a lot of trouble over that.
Didn't work out anyway, did it? I'm back at home and Lucille's on the street.
I thought she'd moved in with a boyfriend.
You saw what he did to her. She's been living in a squat in Shepherd Road ever since.
So there was no flat?
No.
Any sign of Lucille?
Probably ashamed to show her face.
This isn't her fault.
Of course it's her fault. Filling your head with all sorts of rubbish.
I make my own decisions.
Then why do you insist on trying to be like her?
Because she's fun. I don't want to be good little Cassie.
That's Lucille talking.
No, it isn't. I'm surprised you even noticed I'd gone.
How could you say that?
You never show any interest in me. When was the last time we did anything together? You spend half your time moaning about Lucille and the other half crying about Dad.
Cassie, I've always tried
I might as well be invisible.
What's all this?
Just a little something I whipped up.
What's the occasion?
Does there have to be one?
Ah, so I can expect this every evening, can I?
You can expect it, but you might occasionally be disappointed.
I think I can live with that. So, what have you been up to today?
Nothing. I couldn't find anything to amuse me. Take a seat.
You sure I can't help you with anything?
Everything is in control, trust me.
Look who I found in the corridor.
Where have you been?
Couldn't see why she was in here, could I? What's wrong with Cassie?
The doctors think she may have a thing called acquired epilepsy. You can develop it up to a year after a serious head injury. But it's treatable.
It's my fault.
No.
It doesn't sound like the accident was your fault.
He said he'd change after the crash. Did for a while, that's why I moved in with him.
But now you've left. Cassie tells me that you've got nowhere to stay apart from the squat.
I'll find something.
Mum misses you, you know.
Yeah, right.
She does, Lou.
Cass, even if I could come home, it's not going to be like it was.
Have you spoken to your mum about it?
What's the point?
Because she cares about you, she cares about Cassie, and she doesn't want to lose you.
You don't have to fight all the time, Lou. Sometimes people are there to help.
I thought you were the one that needed help.
Sometimes you just have to ask. Mum, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said earlier. I know you've had a lot to think about.
It's okay. You were right. I've been far too busy fretting about what I've lost to appreciate what I've got.
Mrs. Oakley, Cassie and I were talking earlier.
Lucille doesn't have anywhere to live.
Cassie!
Quiet, Lou. Her room's still there. She needs it. Right?
Okay. Of course.
Lucille, we all make mistakes. It doesn't mean you can't go back.
I suppose you're pleased. You were right all along.
Of course I'm pleased, but not about being right. I'm pleased you're still in one piece.
Cassie needs you now. And your mum needs your help as much as you need hers.
Please, Lou, for me.
All right.
So what is going on with you and Elizabeth?
Nothing.
Is it a good nothing or a bad nothing?
It's a nothing. It's only after my party.
Well, in that case, mate, you should count yourself lucky to state yours, isn't it?
There's more to a relationship than sex, isn't there?
Oh, is that what it is? It's a relationship now? I thought it was just a fling.
Now you have to actually like someone, surely.
I don't know.
That's what I bet you, Jim. That's deep as a beer mat. Girls, what can I get you?
How's your arm?
As you can see, I'm as far from the door as I can be.
Oh, don't. I came here because I needed cheering up a bit.
Are we eating?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Good, I'll get a table. Jim, Faith?
I'm heading off after this.
Ah, no, you're right, mate. Cheers.
Looks like it's just me and you.
Okay.
Sick drinks on the tab, eh?
Nick's in trouble again. Can he be trusted in theatre ever again? Holby tonight at 8 here on BBC1, but next this afternoon, drama with Monk.